I'm sold on that duck.
Isn't it wonderful?
Yeah, rarely have I had it so tender.
And the sauce is just wonderful.
Celia, you haven't touched your food.
Well, I'm just not very hungry.
Translated, meaning we're worried about Grant?
Well, he would have called if he was going to be this long.
No, not necessarily. If he had to go into surgery, there are no phones in OR.
But Chris's hand was much better.
Oh, well, that has nothing to do with it. It's a very delicate situation and anything could happen.
But someone would have called, wouldn't they?
No, not unless Grant told them to call, and if he was in a hurry, he barely had time to scrub, let alone make a phone call to us.
Well, why don't we order dessert and coffee while we're waiting, huh?
What do you mean? You're not having another martini?
After dinner? Never. Brandy has a nice ring to it, though.
Good thing you're driving, Monica.
I hadn't planned on it, but now I am.
Look, I didn't know you were a man of such jokes.
My whole life has been a joke. I haven't had a chance to run my material by you, though.
Oh, and this, Mr. Bach, is one of the last great senses of humor.
Him and her.
Oh, runs in the family, does it?
One of my brother's finer qualities.
Thank you, darling. I've always thought that a sense of humor will get you through. I mean, you can't take life too seriously. If you do, you're dead, right?
I'll drink to that.
And another toast to the Greenwood Building, future home of Port Charles' first casino.
First casino in a long while, at least.
Don't forget, that's what it was originally.
Okay, to the first casino of this century.
Okay, I'll drink to that.
There you go, right.
And while we are at it, to success and happiness and lots of money.
Oh, yeah, especially the money part. Lots of money.
Well, I didn't know you were interested in that. I thought it was only women.
Women, money, Italian shoes, and uncovering archaeological sites.
Whatever.
Well, I can tell you, see, having two doctors in the family, I know how difficult it can be.
Excuse me, Edward. Since when have Alan and I been an inconvenience to you?
Oh, the missed dinners, the ruined parties. How about that time at the club that Alan was supposed to make the keynote speech and I had to do it because he was called away?
I heard you were wonderful.
Yeah, well, it was only because I had no choice. It was either that or be blackballed back to the YMCA.
Well, if he doesn't get back very soon, we're going to miss our plane.
The plane?
What plane? Well, didn't you know we're leaving for Chile tonight? And we had planned to be done with our dinner and at the airport in plenty of time, but I'm not so sure anymore.
Can I make a suggestion? Why don't you call the hospital?
Let me do it.
Oh, thank you.
Well, that's a good idea. Waiter, could we have a telephone at the table, please?
Of course.
Edward, if you realize this is the first time you've gotten a waiter's attention.
How about that? Usually, like wives, they're only around when you don't want them.
You are, sir?
Oh, it's for him.
Thank you.
I'd be happy to make the call.
No, please, let me do it, please.
Main desk, Mrs. Brewer.
Robert Scorpio here, Jesse. Look, I'm trying to locate Dr.
Dr. Putnam, the last time I saw him, he was with Natalie.
Well, look, could you maybe page him or ring his office?
I can do better than that for you. Natalie, here she is right now. Hold on. Robert Scorpio.
For me? Are you sure?
He's looking for Dr. Putnam.
Oh, thank you, Jesse.
Yes, hello.
Natalie, Robert Scorpio here.
Yes, you're looking for Dr. Putnam.
Yeah, well, I'm with his wife now, and she's a little concerned about him. I mean, he was called away to the hospital over an hour ago.
Yes, well, he got terribly tied up here. As a matter of fact, he had asked me to call you at the restaurant. He's going to have to go directly to the airport, and he would like Celia to meet him there.
I see. I hope it was nothing serious.
No, it's all taken care of. And you will tell Mrs. Putnam?
Right away. Thank you, Natalie.
Thank you.
He got tied up, but he asked me to tell you to, well, he'll meet you at the airport.
Oh, well, I'll have to go back and pick up my bag.
Well, don't worry, we'll drive you.
Of course.
Oh, what about Dr. Gerald? I almost forgot about him. He's been gone an awful long time.
Yeah, longer than he said he'd be.
Don't worry about it.
Edward, you and I will go over to the office and we'll explain that the party's over. I'm sure you'll see it.
Wait a minute. What about the check?
I already took care of it at the first phone call.
Oh, well, thank you.
That's my pleasure. Come on.
Thanks, Robert. That's awfully kind of you.
You owe me one.
I wish I had remembered to bring the plans with me. That way I could have gone over with you exactly where the cameras are placed.
I'm glad you flagged me down. Otherwise, I might have forgotten about it.
You must have been in an awful hurry.
Yes, I'm sure that's why he asked me to sign out for him. I can't myself yet. I've still got some things to do.
I really hope they pay you overtime.
They do, if I remember to put in for it. I'll be by later.
Okay.
Dr. Blumenthal reports to Dr. Miller in OR staff. Dr. Blumenthal reports to Dr. Bob Miller in OR staff.
Just a moment, please.
Well,
Yes,
hello there.
Professor, we have been worried about you.
Yes, we thought you'd be there by the time the duck arrived, and when you still weren't there for coffee, we did get worried.
You mean the dinner's over?
Oh, yes, has been for quite some time. We tried to call you, but the line was busy.
I'm sorry. It's an old habit of mine. When I work, I like to take the phone off the hook. I was just waiting for the pill to take effect. I thought of some notes to transcribe, but I'm ready to go back now.
Well, there's really no reason, Professor.
Oh, the whole party's over.
Yes, in fact, Celia has left for the airport, and Grant's going to meet her there, and they're finally going to get off for their honeymoon.
Then I won't see them.
Well, I'm sure they'll be all right.
But I wanted to wish them a bon voyage. Do you know what time the shuttle leaves?
Well, I would think very soon.
Well, maybe I could catch up to them at the airport. At least I'd have a chance to apologize in person.
Oh, do you need a ride?
No, thank you. I have my own car.
Well, then, all right, we'll walk you down.
Good. Let's hurry.
Okay.
Please.
Yes.
Yes.
Control. Anything to report?
No, not as yet. As a matter of fact, I thought this call was from Grant.
The mole's in trouble?
All I know is he hasn't reported in yet, and his plane is getting ready to take off very soon.
Does he have explicit instructions?
To report in before he goes.
It was my understanding he was to have a report of the disc in progress, and then whether or not it was completed by the time he leaves.
That was the plan.
Well?
We're just going to have to wait and see, Yuri.
Now boarding gate C, flight 94 to New York's Kennedy Airport.
All right. You've still got 5 or 10 minutes.
And don't worry, if you miss this one, there'll be another shuttle leaving in an hour.
No. Our flight to Chile leaves in 2 hours. We'll never make it.
Oh, good. I caught you.
Professor!
What are you doing here? Forgot all about going back to the restaurant. There was this equation that I've been struggling with. I finally came up with a solution, but it involved a lot of complications.
Grant didn't call you, did he?
No. Nobody might have tried. I had the phone off the hook. Why, you mean he's not here?
We don't know where he is.
He was supposed to have left the hospital a long time ago.
Well, how much time do you...
Final call, flight 94 to New York's Kennedy Airport. Now boarding gate
Robert.
C.
Maybe you could talk to the airlines and pull the weight that you have as police commissioner.
Ah, but it'd have to be a police emergency.
You could try.
Oh, please, Robert.
Here he is. Am I in time?
Oh,
I'm sorry, darling.
Really?
Story so long, we'd miss our flight for sure. Well, you've got about 5 or 10 minutes, maybe. At gate C, straight over there.
You better hurry.
No problem. Professor, I hope all goes well with your project.
We'll talk when you get back.
We certainly will. Hey, come on, you two. Come on, go.
Okay, bye, everyone. Bye. I always get sad in airports. Wonder why that is.
Well, goodbyes are always sad, Professor. They're always sad.
You're sure? The plane is taxiing on the runway. Is there any possible way that I could find out if someone is on that plane? They were running late, and I really would like to know whether they made it or not. You can't. I mean, it's a simple enough request, really. Aha, airline policy, yes. Thank you, yes.
Yes?
The mole has left the city.
What about his report?
I regret to report that he has not phoned in before he left.
Did you not instruct him to report back his results before leaving?
He was given explicit orders.
Then you have lost control of the situation.
No, I have not.
How else do you explain it?
He obviously had a time problem and simply couldn't risk calling before he left. I have everything under control, I assure you.
Your agent, an agent that you are responsible for, has disobeyed a direct order.
True.
That's all you can say?
What more is there to say, Yuri?
I want to know what you are going to do about it.
I'm going to wait.
For what?
To find out what his reasons were for leaving without calling me. As you well know, there are occasionally instances out there where agents in the field, we have contingencies, and it changes plans that have already been scheduled. You know that.
Be that as it may, we still do not know the status of the disc.
I will find out, Yuri.
You think you will?
I will find out, and when I do, you will get your report.
It's my fault. If I hadn't have left the plans here, you wouldn't have to bring me back here before you could take me home.
Well, maybe it happened for a reason.
Yes, because I am oftentimes a very forgetful person.
No. I mean, maybe you were forgetful tonight because there's a reason for it.
I didn't leave them here on purpose.
No, I didn't say that. I just happen to think that everything works the way it's supposed to work, and that you're leaving them here means that we had to come back here, and maybe it's destiny.
Oh, I see.
You get the picture?
I think so. At least I'm beginning to, anyway.
Well, maybe I could clear it up for you a little bit. You think? Clearer?
Crystal clear.
Spend the night with me. Tiffany's in New York. She's doing a commercial. Soap, something like that. She's gone for a while. We'll have complete privacy.
First, you better kiss me again.
No problem.
It's as I thought.
What?
You're not ready yet.
Baby, I don't get much more ready than this.
I think you do. I also think that you're not quite over somebody else yet.
Well, what makes you say that?
Your eyes.
My eyes?
Mm-hmm. You can tell a lot about a person from their eyes, especially yours. They say a lot. Or should I say they betray a lot.
Haven't you ever heard of lying eyes?
Only in a song.
Well, all right. So what if you're right?
Then spending the night tonight would be a very big mistake.
Well, what if you're wrong?
Then there's always next time. Come on, give me a lift home, huh?
Okay. But I think you're wrong.
Oh, God.
No, I do. I really do. In fact, I'm sure you're wrong.
Thank you.
From now on, I think we should take the lift.
Ride too bumpy for you?
Too fast. Next time the limo, huh?
As you wish. I'll check the messages. No lights, no messages.
You were hoping for one from Connie?
What makes you say that?
I saw you sneaking a couple of glances in that direction tonight.
Purely accidental. I hope you're remembering to keep on pretending you don't know her.
Haven't forgotten. Can't resist a little curiosity, though. Do you think her interest in Luke is professional or personal?
Well, where Connie's concerned, all personal interests are professional. Does it bother you seeing them together?
Not at all. Luke's life is his own. He can do exactly what he wants. I'm happy right here.
Really?
You know I am.
Good night.
$1983, and every Emmy Award for Outstanding Performance goes to ABC. Louise Schaefer, Best Supporting Actress on Ryan's Hope. Darnell Williams, Best Supporting Actor on All My Children. Two-time Emmy Award winner Dorothy Lyman, Best Actress on All My Children. And Robert S. Woods, Best Actor on One Life to Live. You're a winner when you watch Our Winners every weekday on ABC.
All-star cast and the wildest whodunit.
You have a bullet hole in your back.
You should see the other guy. Neil Simon's Murder by Death.
Catch me.
Sunday,